Yes, hello guys, good evening and welcome again to another lesson. So today we want to go into another lesson. So we have covered a lot of lesson and today we want to continue from where we ended. So in today's lesson we shall be talking on what we call road signs. Road signs are the signs you see on the pole pasted along the road. So in our last video I started introduce what we call the road signs, and in this video today I just want us to enter into the road sign properly. So we talk about the road sign that there are four type of road sign. We talk of the horizontal sign, which are the marking of the line on the road. That is the road, that is the marking on the roadway is what we call the horizontal. That is all the marking on the road, they are not for decoration. All those lines you see on the road, both in white and both in yellow, they have their meaning, and when the driver is driving and he reaches on any of those places, you will know how to identify them. So those one we call them the horizontal. And if you have not watched the video, I want you to go back and watch the video. So we are going to the second part of, or the second type of the road sign, which we call it the vertical road sign. Vertical road signs are the road sign where you see they pasted them along the roadside or on the pole on the road. And when we are talking about road signs, the driver, you as a driver or as a teacher, you have to know what we call the road signs, and those road signs are there to guide you and to tell you what to do. So looking at the structure of the road signs, there are so many road signs, and I just want you to know something. You remember in the last video I told you that we have type of road signs and we have kinds of road signs. So today video we shall be talking about that is the kinds of road signs, and looking at the road signs on the board. These are what we call the road signs. As a driver, when driving, you know, you have to know your side, the side that you are driving in. If in your country, if you are using the right side of the road tree or wherever you are, you need to know the side of the road you are using. If you are driving on the right side, you know that any sign that is put on the right side of the road, that sign is for you. And the other sign that is being put on the other side of the road, that sign does not concern you. So whenever you are driving, any sign that is on your side, that sign is for you. And the other sign that is on the other side, it does not concern you. So you have to have knowledge of that. That as I'm going, any sign that is being put on my side, the sign is for me. And the other sign that way, it has nothing to do with me. So you just have to bear or have a mind of that. So looking at the structure of the road signs, we say in the road sign we have three kinds of road sign. And looking here, those are the type of road sign we can see in Europe, the road sign in Europe, and we can see the road sign in US. So these road signs, wherever you are, you just have to know the shape of the road sign in your country. So in road signs, or in kinds of road sign, we have number one, what we call the warning signs. These signs, I will be giving them to you in a very short while to give you all the signs. So we have this sign up here, we call them the warning signs, and all these signs, the warning signs, they are in triangle. And this triangle sign, any sign you see in triangle, the sign is warning you. Like the first sign here is warning you of a bend ahead. It means that there is a bend ahead of you. So when driving, you drive with caution. Whenever you see this sign, you have to pass the sign before you meet the bend. So after the sign, you will drive at least 150 meters before you'll be able to meet the bend. And like this other one, we have the sign of a traffic light. This sign warn you that there is a traffic light ahead. So whenever you see this sign, it warn you of a traffic light, that as you are going, you will meet a traffic light in front. So you have to have in mind that any sign you see in triangle, the sign warn you of something you have to go and meet ahead. And when driving, you have to drive with caution. Know that there is a bend ahead or there is a street light ahead. So whenever you see any of these signs in this shape, you have to drive with caution. Know that all these signs, they are warning you. So we have the first set of signs, we call them the warning signs, and we know that all the warning signs, they are in a triangle shape, like this one. Now we have what we call a bend, or you see the sign of a street light that is warning you about the street light. So we are going to what we call the warning lines to see those signs that falls under the warning lines. So in those signs, the signs that fall under warning lines, I will be showing them to you. So the signs that falls under the warning line, we can see the first sign here. We can see the sign of two-way traffic. We see the sign of low flight. We see the sign of narrow bridge. We see the sign of narrow bridge. We see, these are the signs, the warning sign, the signs that are warning you. We can see the sign of children. When you see this sign, you have to, when driving and you see this sign of children, you make sure that you have to slow down your speed, because you may get in danger or a child may jump into a road. So whenever you're driving, you see these signs of children passing or the zebra cross that people are crossing, you just have to make sure you slow down. You just make sure you have to slow down. And when you are driving where children are crossing or pedestrians are crossing, you have in mind that you don't have to horn them. You don't horn pedestrians when they are crossing, and you don't horn children, because you can horn for a child can instead jump into the road. So you have to take good note of that. So we have signs of narrow bridge, we have signs of narrow road. So those are the signs you need to know that concerning warning sign. When you see any of these signs, you know that the signs is warning you. You will see. So there are many signs of side road. We have signs of T junction, Y junction, falling rocks, narrow road, roadworks, level crossing with gate, level crossing without gate. So all these signs, they fall under what we call the warning signs. So any sign you see in a triangle, you know that these signs are warning you, and you have to drive with caution. You don't have to stop, you just have to drive, and you have to take care, because those signs are there to warn you of things you will meet ahead of you. So those signs are the signs, we call them the warning signs. So in the next video, or in the next signs, we shall be talking on what we call regulatory signs. So I just want you to pause a bit as we go into the next sign. We call them regulatory signs.